Today it is day 6 of my 30-day video challenge, and today's topic is whatever tickles my fancy. And so I just thought a great topic to discuss would be relationships. And not really into the actual relationship period, but the courtship period prior to the beginning of an actual relationship. Because I just want to know what happened to courtship. Like, nobody ever courts somebody anymore. And I'm not saying that you have to come up on like a noble steed and come to the girl's parents' house and stuff and say, "Oh, I would like to ask, oh nobleman, may I please have your daughter's hand? I don't know why I mix a southern accent and a British accent in one. I don't know why." Anyways, back to the actual topic at hand. You don't have to go to some, dramatic means because, some people don't have parents and also, who has a noble steed anymore. But if you do, could you give me your number? Call me or something? Because that'd be kind of cute. I wouldn't mind that. Anyways, just courtship seems to be dead now. Like, what happens is, people are like, hey, you want to go out? And they end up, like, going to a bar or something, or to a club. And if that's what suits you, that's fine. It just doesn't suit me. Like, not having dinner at least, or even having any kind of remote conversation, just, that's not really a date. It's not courtship. I want somebody to, like, take me to a movie, maybe dinner or to a bookstore or something, and where you can actually, like, talk to a person. And I would not mind that if prior to, he's all like, hey, you wanna, like, make this serious? Sure, let's make this serious. Prior to that stage in the relationship, I would not mind going out, like, 5 dates to a movie theater or to a bookstore or something like that. Or, just a restaurant, someplace where you could talk. Because that's what's the problem with relationships nowadays. No one actually talks to one another. Just, thinking that someone's attractive and, having sex with them does not mean that you're in a, serious relationship. That's not what a relationship is. It should be more than that. You should communicate. And that's why men and women have so much problems with one another, because we don't communicate with one another. Men have a problem because they speak with brevity. Most of you guys, not all of you guys. Some of you, which are my guy friends, they can talk, talk you to sleep. They talk a lot. But I appreciate that. They don't deal in brevity. They can talk back to me and give me insight on whatever I'm discussing with them. But most men communicate in brevity. And so women, on the other hand, rant, as I'm doing right now, and go on and on and on. And, that's just how we communicate. And so when we have this long, drawn out rant, and then when men just reply, uh-huh, uh-huh, we want feedback most of the time. I don't mind half the time. If I could just keep talking and talking and talking, that'd be kind of cool. And you could just sit up there playing your Xbox or whatever and just say, it wouldn't faze me. It'd be alright. But and typically, that's not what most women want in a relationship. They want feedback, and that's just what I think a relationship should be about. You have to communicate with one another. And just for, like, the courtship period, you can't, this is what's wrong with high school kids and middle school kids who think that they're in a relationship. No, you're not. You're just, hormonally active or just horny in general, and so you're all like, I want to kiss you, I want to kiss you too, I want to do other things to you. And that's what they end up doing. That's all that they do. They don't communicate, they barely know anything about one another, and that's why the teenage pregnancy rates in America have skyrocketed so much. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with sex, I'm just saying, could you at least communicate? Seriously? What's wrong with people? And that's just my take on relationships in general, especially the courtship period. Guys should not always have to be the ones to court us, Girls, pay for dinner every once in a while, okay? Or at least offer. And don't just leave it as some empty promise like, you want me to pay? Like, oh, I hope he says no, I hope he says no. No, if you're going to put it out there, pay, especially if you're the one asking him to go out. He didn't want to go out in all likelihood. He probably may have not crossed his mind. And you're asking him, you should pay, alright? The person who does the asking out should pay. Or, since we're in a recession, go to some free place, That way nobody has to pay, and there's not that awkward exchange of who's going to pay, who's going to pay. Just just chill. Those are my takes on relationships. Just be kind to one another if you're in a relationship. And if you're not in a relationship yet, that's okay. But if you're interested in someone, just let them know. Don't be, elusive about it. Don't like have innuendos thinking that he or she's gonna pick up on it because just that's not the way things work. And don't be childish. That's just a childish way of going about doing things. Be serious. Say, hey, I like you. What are we gonna do about this? All right. Have a nice day, interwebs. I will see you guys tomorrow when I do day 6, which I don't know what topic that is. Also about the crappy video that was day 5 yesterday about my I think it was my favorite quote. I kept trying to upload and YouTube was being retarded, and I uploaded one video from the YouTube webcam, and so that was like a crap shoot. The other, I have like 4 on my computer that I'll try to upload today after I do this one. But anyways, I just didn't get around to doing it until like 11 o'clock at night because I had an extraction yesterday, tooth extraction. But you will hear about that on my day 5 video rant if I ever get it up. Or day 4.